Hello, everyone. Welcome back to TechPoint. Today, I'm here with Archer, the CEO of Giftpack. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, nice meeting you, Christian.
Please tell us what your company does.
Yeah, Giftpack is a global AI-powered corporate gifting service that we help people to find a perfect match gifts, so to improve the employee engagement and the client relationship with ease.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is the biggest problem that you solve?
Yeah. Currently, since COVID, a lot of corporations that they move to hybrid or remote working style, and they tend to hire like more people like from other countries. And that being said, a lot of employee engagements, and you want to create a really good workspace for people to like continue to be productive. And then now everything just like cannot be done within the office. And then everything is all about like keeping your employee engaged and happiness, and also making sure that you retain the talents. Especially we call these times called recession. But when time goes down, and only the people can help you to get up, and it's pretty hard to actually do this like manually or within the office. So people are looking for a lot of different ways for to improve their relationships with employees and clients. And now Giftback is one of the solution, and we utilize gifting to make your relations smarter and better. And we also understand like handling the gifting operation is super time consuming, and it goes to global, you're gonna die. We make everything just all in one place, and you can easily make your actions and see the feedback and continue running your business with really good results.
Mm-hmm. I saw the CRM feature. Can you share with us the top three features that your customers love?
Yes, 100%. So, first one, we do have the unique AI technology that be able
Mm-hmm.
to tell you on what kind of items that this person might looking for at this moment for the certain like gifting occasion. So pretty much if you want to send to 5,000 people, everyone gonna have personalized choices, not just identical options that you predefine for them. So the satisfaction rate goes pretty high, and that's like one of the top feature. And then for the second part, people tend to jump out of from the Excel sheets, or say the really traditional way of like doing gifting or tracking who I'm sending gifts to, and what is a budget looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if there is a place that can easily track everything for you, logistics and satisfactions, and also gift options, and even tell you, hey, Archer likes playing golf instead of tennis, and what are the color preferences for Archer? So that would be fantastic. And we have that system built in and ready for all your recipients. That is the second part. And for the last part, also very interesting, like again, gifting is super traditional. So even in the large corporations that they have like more than 300,000 employees on the globe, still their gifting process is like my operation goes with my allowance and buy something and then invoice it to the finance team later on. But as a CEO, you're sitting in your office in New York City, and I want to see who my operation manager in Korea in Seoul is sending gifts to, and what are the like expenses. I want to block it, or I want to increase the budget. I want to see the return on investment of my money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we brings the transparency about the budget control and access control in a global scale, and everyone can actually from that can see from top-down approach to control their budget and see the ROI of the entire organization. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Very nice. And I don't know if you have any
yeah,
competitors. Probably you do. What do you think makes you
yeah.
different?
Yes, exactly. We do have like many good competitors in the market, especially I have to say when you are in the gifting business, these people they are all good person. They are all in the good personalities and shapes that we try to help the world bring the happiness to the world. Yeah, so even we're competing with the same like a business round, but I 100% support what they're doing. And what Giftback is different compared to most of the other players in the US or other countries. Our company was built for global gifting from day one. So not simply for the I mean for the local needs that you need to put logos on your swags and you only be able to ship domestically. The from day one, Giftpack's clients are all global firms, and we help them to solve the global gifting problem instead of the local gifting problem. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
that we also have the really good service that doing domestically. The main reason why people choose us is because we are international wide.
I understand. I understand. And let's talk about the pricing plans. I saw the cost calculator and it seemed amazing. Can you explain that to us, please?
Yeah. Yes, 100%. Yeah, this is also probably the most sweet conversations that we have with all of our clients because when everything links to corporate and it feels like you need to pay a lot of like upfront fee or annual subscriptions and then even for 12-month commitment and you cannot change the contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on our approach is that we're building something be able to access by any size of the business. And so even for individuals that you can simply sign up to get a free account, start sending gifts right now at this moment on Giftpack AI. And so there is no commitment. And we also have the very easy access features you can use it to send gifts right away. And we simply charge by how many recipients that you have on your profile. So pretty much pay as you go. When you send a lot, of course, now you pay more. That's fair. And then also based on your budgets, that we simply take a very small like service fee, and we never cross the line. And the best part is also about AI gifting. Usually people just like turn out time say, hey Archer, I only have $100 budget to my girlfriend. So what should I do? Yeah. So to make sure that we don't cross like the line on all of our like you say 100 and we use all the money to cover procurements, tax and shipping, even shipping at the front. So there's no conversation saying, hey Christian, your budget's $100. By the way, the logistic costs you another $8 or $12.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's so dead, right? Yeah, so we make sure that that will never happen. Yeah, so this is kind of like, and I want to kind of like highlight there's kind of like a metaphor over here. When we moved back to 10 years ago, you want to build a website, you need to hire a lot of developers. That's super expensive and time consuming. But now it's like 11 years after, you can create your own shopping mall within 10 minutes with Shopify with a lot of different applications. So we're doing the same thing with corporate gifting. And then used to be super time consuming traditional, and now everything can be accessed within just one place. Sign up, you can send out your gifts to global wide right away.
That's great. That's great. Can you share with us some of your integrations?
Yes, 100%. In a corporate world, is when you really try to streamline your process, and integration is probably the most important part when people continue moving forward with us. So at the very beginning, we start with partner with Zapier that be able to connect more than 5,000 third-party platforms to streamline your process. So, for example, if you're like simply imagine you can drag your employee's profile, just new onboarded, and just check, and it would trigger the automation to Giftpack about sending out the swags automatically. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
it's like a
mm-hmm.
very typical cases. You can imagine the HR and any onboarding team gonna be so happy with like without touching anything on the operation. That would be kind of like first example. And on the marketing side, people tend to have lead gens or like events and affiliate programs on referrals, but they know they are sending gifts out to like reward the action, but they don't want to touch anything on the operation. So simply create a form on their CRM, on Salesforce and Hotspot, and then when people sign up, gifts going out right away. No, they don't need to really taking care of that. And the best part of that is we also create a deeper, like native integration with Salesforce and Hotspot. Like you don't need to like sit on this like pipeline at the front. You can simply have a widget embedded directly in Salesforce and Hotspot. When I'm browsing my client's profile, there's a button called gifting. No one else has. Yeah, so you can send it
Nice.
right away in Salesforce and Hotspot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, and just one last there's a super cool features that we developed with Slack as well. You know, people use Slack. So when I'm sending gifts to my employee, I can simply type slash gift pack and add his name. And
Wow.
a robot, yeah, and a robot gonna start talking to my employees and have all these cool interactions to make him feel engaged and choosing the best options, make the recommendation, logistics, everything just done automatically. So the works on my end is /Christian, and I'm good to go.
That's absolutely amazing. Nice, nice, nice. And can you share with us some successful stories, companies that
Yeah.
use Giftpack and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because of some NDAs that I couldn't disclose the full name over here, but I was simply put out there's like a really huge international trading company. They send like more than 30,000 pieces per year on
Wow.
our platform. Yeah, so around like a 3,000 are for their clients, and around like a 27,000 are for, sorry, 3,000 are for employees, and 27,000 are for the clients. And they're online platform, so their clients location everywhere around the world.
Hmm.
And we simply help them to process all the daily requests and for the like client rewards when they reach the like a certain shopping volume or trading volume, and the gifts just gonna trigger right away.
Hmm.
Yeah. And for the employee swags to the international branding, everything, I mean, every employee can get equal items. And instead of, okay, I'm in India, I got nothing, but I'm, you know, in America, I got a bunch of shit. Yes, is that very
Yeah.
different. So we help this company to treat people equally. And also the other one, like also a global firm, they based in Spain in Barcelona, and then they're as a global consulting firm, they really care about their employees. And then I mean we are still doing with them is we make this gifting pipeline automatically to onboard their employees with ease, like the example that I just gave for the onboarding swags, and for the birthdays, anniversaries, and all the recognitions that link to their HR system. When that happens, and the gift's gonna trigger automatically. Their HR, their marketing, their sales, hands free from gifting.
Hmm.
Yeah, and we make this global wide. Yeah, as
Awesome,
several
awesome.
of the cases. Yeah.
When did you start the company and how did you develop the idea?
Yeah, that was kind of very long story, but long story short, Giftpack is my fourth company, and I started my first one when I was 19. I got one exit, one fail, and one still profiting, and Giftpack is my fourth. But for the failed one, I was having pretty much the single idea we call social gifting in China, and then so you can simply purchase something on WeChat and your recipients can get things delivered to their door by entering their address, or they can have the barcode QR code to redeem like Starbucks on site. So I think it's a very simple idea back to 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And because some of the reasons, and I went to the military service, so that didn't work out. But we can like simply want to continue make gifting easier as our like a purpose. And after I kind of got out from the military service, and I moved to California for my master's degree. And then since then, I realized that it's so hard to send gifts cross-regionally from the US, Taiwan, to China, to Japan, to Korea. All my friends and families in there, I say, wow, only a letter-sized paper costs me $50 and takes 3 days. I say no. Yeah, so
Wow.
it must, yeah, so
Yeah.
it must be something easier. So actually before this like a smart corporate gifting service, Giftpack was on another mission to we have a B2C platform called Giftpack.io. Before COVID, you can easily get the tons of gift options from more than 29 cities, and we help you to deliver the experiences and also the gift itself within 3 hours around the world. You
Mm-hmm.
can send gifts to Tokyo, to New York, to San Francisco, to Miami, Florida, and we have a lot of like guys like Uber can help you to make things happen within just a very short amount of time. But you know, COVID just happened, and then and the intention was try to make the global gifting easier. And now we simply make global corporate gifting easier because of
Okay.
COVID. Yeah.
So
So that
you
was
you
kind of
you
like a
change
transition.
yeah, you
Yeah.
change your vision, right?
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The overall goal, we still want this like AI technology and gift recommendation technology be able to put into the consumer market eventually when we have more
Mm-hmm.
and more data.
And what other future plans do you have for the product, for the company?
Yes, and currently, like, we are continue adding more supports on different on types of and personality of recommendation. Like my 90 years old grandma, I have no social. She's already retired for 30 years. Yeah, so yeah, we still kind of like lacking about that kind of data. So we're pushing hard and cool with the governments and the academy to like really come and to really make this feature real. And on the other side, we're providing a lot of business intelligence insights about how gifting can really impact your HR and client relationship. Yeah, so a lot of like these supports and automations are simply for the basic feature, not sending gifts out, but we're creating a lot more on the engagement tools that you'll be able to not only using gifting, but a lot more secret features to make your employee engage happier, productive, and close the deal faster.
Okay. What's your favorite software apart from Giftpack?
Yeah. So after like my first exit, I feel like I really want to find the intersection between technology and humanity. So
Mm-hmm.
my third company is still like making some money. Yeah, so that's good for me to kind of like survive. And Giftback at the very beginning was like a little hard because most of the people don't treat gifting as a business. Yeah, especially people for, I mean, finance people. Yeah, they just like in normal action, why do you go to Amazon? But it's not that easy and not that simple, right? But they don't understand. So it was like really, really hard to raise funds at the very beginning. And I pretty much commit a lot of cash into this company. And
Mm-hmm.
then also kind of there was a time we I was like I don't have money to pay for my like just like my hotel. So I
Mm-hmm.
sleep in the park in Tokyo and that was like snowy. Yeah. So I and there was kind of like really good impressions that when I woke up that night, I saw tons of like great customer feedback and say, hey, thank you, Archer. Thanks, Giftpack. You really helped me to make my relationship up. Yeah. So also that was the day that we got founding, by the way. Yeah. So
Okay.
like I mean super memorable. But I think the mission of our company is like really making the relationship worth and memorable.
How big is your team right now?
Yeah, currently like we have global members around 25 at the moment. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and we plan to hire more like to 50 at the end of the year.
Okay. Um, and what's your tool stack at the company? So let's say, I don't know, the top three software that you use, your CRM,
Ah,
your email marketing, your, I don't know, share with us three software applications
ah,
that that you
sure.
recommend to people.
Sure, definitely. And then so I think the first one we use Slack a lot. We're a heavy Slack user. So we bring Slack as on hub. So a lot of like automations that when the form comes in, when the client request comes in, even the order comes in, even the logistic comes in, that all goes to Slack. So we can like pretty much watch Slack to understand what's going on, and each department can take over their task later on. And the second is that we are also heavy Notion user.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So at the very beginning that we use Google Drive, since that I mean we simply use have like G Suite, but we recognize that this is not really a good way to organize the documents. We can like onboard Notion. At the very beginning, the learning curve was so high, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then so now kind of like finally get a chance to make everyone used to Notion. So pretty much our entire like company documentation now on Notion. And the kind of um, when we use Hotspot as CRM, but I want to like highlight there's a one heavy use for Miro. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so MIRO. So we can my personal interest or say like the most engaged moment that I feel is when people are getting on GetterTown and Miro to have brainstorming session. Yeah, GetterTown is like a virtual office, right? So we pretty much use it every day. On GitterTown with like Miro, we have a lot of brainstorming sessions that be able to create new ideas on the daily basis with our team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that would be like the top few stacks that we have in at Giftback.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to hear your backstory. I saw that, and you said that you also did military service. So I'd love to hear your backstory from high school, let's say, how you
Oh, high
moved from
school.
different countries and
Mhm.
things like that. Your
Oh yeah.
entrepreneurship story and. I'm all ears.
Yes, for sure. Okay, so it's kind of like a very weird route. So I'm Taiwanese, but I was born in South Africa. So in like Durban in Cape Town. Yeah, so pretty much I kind of like raised there until six, and my first English, I mean my first native language was English. And then my mom and my dad, I mean my parents, they speak Mandarin. But after six, there was some like a political issues happened in South Africa, so I kind of like moved back to Taiwan to kind of continue my education. But back then, I kind of tried to learn about Mandarin, and also my grandparents they can only speak Japanese because Taiwan was colonized by Japan for a while. So it was like very mixed about okay, English, Mandarin, and Japanese at the same time. Like kind of like forced me to like speak three languages at a time. That was like very struggle. And after kind of like I raised to the high school, I got a chance to start programming.
Mhm,
That was like, yeah, that was very unusual in Taiwan, I have to say. Taiwan wasn't like that much developed as what it has in the US. So it's like I got the chance to first like try to program my first robots, and I got the first prize of the city. So that really triggers me. Okay, computer is very interesting, and I like to play online games. What about doing computer science and and do more? So my
mhm,
first intent was actually like I want to become a coder that create a lot of applications to make people's life easier, people more engaged, more convenient. Yeah, so I'm kind of like choose that major. But and pretty much at the end of the first year, my family got some financial issues. Yeah, we're not be able to pay the tuitions anymore. And I
mhm.
also want to go to Stanford for my master degree. And you know, the tuition is very like insane. Yeah, so I start figuring out, okay, if I do the part-time job or anything on how possible I can pay my tuition and pay my family to continue my life. Yeah, so I thought the only way is start my first company that I'd be able to get more money. Yeah, so I was like pretty much not my original choices, but I kind of like choose that route to survive and making sure that I can still purchase my life, my dream in Stanford. Now, but I just got pretty lucky. I exited the company right before I graduate from college. Yeah, but it's like at that timing, I didn't know there's a thing called focus. So I used that money to kind of start two companies at the same time. That was the worst decision ever. If you want to start, I mean, more than one thing at a time, don't do that, please. It's like when you focus, you can do good. Yeah. So one was like very lucky. That was in the Internet of Things industry. So but we're not doing hardware, like smart homes, like cloud controls, all this stuff. That was like pretty wealthy business. We didn't even get funding, just like get shit on money. But at the same time, like the gifting service, the social gifting service on WeChat, and I wasn't able to kind of like raise funds in Taiwan. Taiwan wasn't that open to the younger generation. I have to say, I was just a 19-year-old kids, and no one wants to invest. But a total different like environment in China and Hong Kong is like changing everything. So pretty much, I flew to Hong Kong and do the pitches, and my idea get copied, and someone refer me to kind of like Shanghai, and also finally I landed up in Beijing for a while, for 1.5 years, and we did raise funds, and Chinese investors are super supportive with my project, and then just like at the timing. Taiwanese people need to go for the complementary military service after you graduate. So for me, it's 1 year and 27 days. Still very clean about that. And so pretty much now you're putting yourself into jail and not be able to use your phone, and you can only get out like once per month. Whereas, wow, it's I cannot run a company like that. So pretty much after like 5 months, we got invested. Yeah. So the I still kind of could keep the good relationships there with my Chinese investors. So after I get out from the jail, I went back to Beijing again and said, "Hey Archer, we got some projects you might be like that might be really interesting for you. Kind of we simply need you and your team to build out the minimum viable product, and our team will take over." So I used that way to like live in Xiamen for like 3 months and build out the products, and I moved to Palo Alto and San Francisco. Yeah,
Mhm.
so there, yeah, and the rest of the stories are all about Giftpack trying to explore more things in Silicon Valley. Yeah.
Yeah. Great story. And now you are living in the US, right?
Yes, exactly. Living in New York City, Manhattan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Apart from focus, what's one piece of advice for startup founders that you have?
All right. I think this is the route that if you have a dream and that's good to go. The usually you don't want. I mean, everyone wants to be successful like tomorrow. Yeah. The truth is you need to see this as a 10-year or even 20 years route. Yeah. So sometimes goes up and down. And even for me, it is the 11th year I've been in the kind of like pretty much running my own business, and the life are usually very struggling, and then you cannot have a lot of entertainments like most of the other people, and your life is not stable. You need to sit on sleep on the couch or like roaming around, and you need to do a lot of stuff. So if you really have that commitment, and you can do that. But if no, you have a little hesitation, I would suggest not, because this is not really the normal life that people want. I have to
Absolutely.
say,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
the
patience.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You really need to kind of hang in there until there's a light over there. Mm.
Is there anything else that you want to tell us today?
Yeah, so I mean, this is the kind of the starting of the starting of my Friday. So still I pretty much work like 14 to 16 hours per day, and a lot of meetings and work things to do. Yeah, but just like love where I am, and yeah, love my teams, and hopefully that we can really bring the new ideas to the world, and everyone can see us.
Okay. Thank you so much, Archer, for being here. I'm truly grateful. And yeah,
Mhm.
thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, same as well. Really nice talking to you, man.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay.